Whoa, we're on. Recognize that sign behind me? Dukes, baby. It's September at Dukes. Season's winding down. Just heard a vet go by. Hey, if it's in your blood and you like cars, you got to be at Dukes. And tonight is drag night. And it's as the season winds down, and we're in September now, but it's super comfortable outside. We're going to take a look around, kind of see some of your favorite cars, some of your favorite people that have built cars for years. And of course, nothing like the food at Duke's, especially those beef sandwiches. So stick around, stay with us. We're motorsagogo.com, powered by acvtelevision.network.com, bringing you the cool car stuff like we love to do and you love to see. Come on, let's take a look. Okay, already we're at Duke's. Of course, drive-ins is 57 Chevy synonymous, but this one knocks it out of the park. We walked by this, we got a couple of 57s next to each other, but this wagon, two-door wagon, we had to find out more about it and got the owner right in front of me. And your name, sir?
Bob Palomino.
Bob. Palomino. You guys been in racing for a while. Is it the Romeo Palomino?
Not me.
Okay.
Not me, Ron Palomino's.
Okay. There's not too many Palominos out there, but you know.
Okay.
Thought I had a hook up there for a minute.
Yeah, no, not a problem.
What am I looking at? This is the most beautiful 57 wagon. Give me some history on it.
I bought this car 27 years ago.
No kidding.
It was an original Texas car. It's a 210 wagon. It was originally dust pearl and white. And I drove it once. It had a 327 in it with a 4-speed in it. I let my buddy Tommy drive it. We blew the rent out of it. We were younger back then. Wanted to put a big block in it, but I heard you had to smash the firewall in it.
Yeah, big time.
And I didn't want to do that to this car because it's a Texas car, super solid car. The only thing was on the passenger side floorboard was a little mushy because the windows used to leak. And I always wanted a yellow 57. We painted it yellow, and It just never came out right. And it became a storage shed for about another 15 years until my daughter was old enough. And she was asking, like, Daddy, when do you get that hot rod done? And we started from scratch. I sent it out, had the car immediate blasted. And I found a guy out of Elkhart, Indiana, Jack Stone, paint the car for me 15 years ago. But it made 15 years old. Yes.
15 years is flawless. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you. And the color it's Ferrari red.
Okay.
It's got a small block in it, 383. It's a stroker motor.
Okay.
It's got a Dana in the back with a 373 gear, turbo 400, 3500 stall. It's got vintage air, and that's my car. And it is called the Grocery Getter.
Yeah, I caught that on the back tailgate. I thought that was so cool.
My wife named it that because she says when we get that car done, she says, well, I'm going to be able to go to the grocery store back and forth real quick. So we're going to call it the Grocery Getter.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Yes.
One of the things that caught my eye, if we can go to the side a little bit here, the wheels. Those are chrome Chevrolet rally wheels.
Yeah, the rally wheels.
Did you have those chrome?
No, I bought them just like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're
really
7-inch.
Nice addition.
Yeah, 7-inch up on front, 8 in the back.
Deeper in the back. Okay.
And they were really just roll-around tires when I was putting the car back together.
No kidding.
Yes.
To me, they really do the car justice.
They do. Everybody says they really like the wheels, and I'm just going to leave it the way it is.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks real good with all the chrome on it, you know what I mean? And so, yeah.
Okay, and last thing is, how rare is a two-door 210 wagon like this?
It's pretty rare car. Back when I was putting it together, I wanted to chassis the car, and I was talking to a lot of club members from 55, 67s.
Sure,
I told them what I had,
Yeah.
and they said, don't do it because it's a rare car.
Yeah.
And if it was like a rusted out car or something like that, then it would be okay to do it, but not a car like this. Once you start cutting it up, you destroy them.
Yeah.
It hurts the value of the car, you know. So
I know it's going to sound crazy, but I'm looking at this thing, and everybody thinks Nomads. Oh, that's cool, Nomads. I like this car better than a Nomad.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just there.
It's
you
a
know.
similar car, just like a Nomad. It almost
Right.
looks just like a Nomad. It's just there's a different parts and stuff on it, you know. So the Nomad's got the ribbed roof. This doesn't have the ribbed
Right.
roof.
Yeah, but
This is a Pulse car. Nomads don't have Pulse car. The rear
the
windows.
window treatment is different.
Yeah. The rear windows on a Nomad slide,
Right.
and when you come back here,
Isn't this more radical?
it's more yes, yes.
More radical.
And you
slide
got chrome fins on the
On the
tailgates.
tailgates,
Yeah,
right.
it's got a more of a different, slope on it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's basically about it. That's the difference in the cars.
Anyhow, at this point, I want to thank you for taking the time to come out to
no
speak
problem.
with us. Saw it, like I said, the rarity of it, plus the condition of this is beautiful.
Thank
One
you.
last question before I walk away. How'd you do with the interior is through the years?
On the interior?
Yeah, interior.
Yeah, it's just a stock interior.
Okay.
And it's not just a Nomad interior. I put in there the Bel Air interior.
Sure. Yeah, I noticed the inlay in the seats were Bel Air.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
I try to keep the car original as much as I can, so that's what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to cut it up or butcher it. So
You did a perfect job of getting it where you wanted to be. And
thank you,
right now.
thank you.
At this point, I'm going to grab a hand and thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, stay with us. Okay, stay with us. We got more coming at Duke's. Okay, in keeping with the 57s that are here tonight, we just saw a beautiful red Wagon Tudor. This is no slouch here. We got a two-door post model. Got the owner standing next to me. And your name, sir?
Jerry Horn.
Jerry, tell me about this beautiful 57. The modifications on it are so cool, from the Laker pipes to, I should say Laker pipes with the headers coming out the side, the interior, the chrome on the engine. Let's start with the engine. Give me a little bit of background on it.
It's a 355 Chevy, about 4.25 horse. That's about it. About a 10-to-1 compression.
Okay. Okay. Get me through the drivetrain. What kind of tranny and rear end do you have?
It's got a Muncie 4-speed in it, and it's got a 373 gear in it.
Regular Chevrolet rear end?
Chevrolet, yeah, it's a stock rear end, except I changed the axles. That's a weak point.
Okay. Yeah.
On the
Okay.
rear end.
Good point. 373 gears, good.
All
Cruise-
around.
All around, exactly. All around. You feel it good on the acceleration. It doesn't kill you on the interstate either. So, anyhow, how long have you had the car?
About 6 years.
Okay. And what did it take to sort of, from when you got it to get it to where it is today?
Well, it was painted like this, which was fine. I added all the chrome, bumper guards, and the bumper guards and everything in the back was new. The bumper guards in the back, you can't find them all the time.
Okay.
The motor, me and a buddy of mine, we rebuilt it. It's got maybe 6,000 miles on it.
Wow. Excellent. One of the things too, where our camera is running down the side of the car, the louvers on the hood. That was a nice touch. Was that your idea? Or you just...
No, they were on the other hood that was on the car, but it was an aftermarket hood,
Oh, okay.
and it didn't line up right. So I got original hood, and then I put the head put in there.
Okay.
There's a guy in Frankfurt that does it.
I'll tell you, that's excellent work. The consistency is really, really good. That's a steel hood then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, yeah. But, don't know what else to say other than the interior. If we can walk down there,
Yeah.
that really blew me away when I was walking by there. Now, was that the padding on the dash and to match the buckets, and then the embroidering on the buckets with the Chevrolet bow tie? Was that sort of?
That was my idea. The guy wanted to do the car,
Yeah.
and he gave me a good price on it. And he bought the material, and it had velour interior in it before, and the seats were out of a Monte Carlo. I got rid of them.
Yeah, yeah.
These are out of a Toyota.
No kidding. That's my next question. I'm looking at dimension. I'm trying to figure, is that a GMC? What the hell is it? You know, so, cool. Boy, talk about a nice fit. Damn, it is. And the other thing I like too is the two-tone treatment on the doors. The sort of saddlewood color brown with the red of the.
Yeah.
You know, it just sets things off. And again, the Hearst linkage on the shifter just looks totally nice. And
Yeah, the man done a nice job doing it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And those are that header cap is functional. I mean, do you have?
Yeah, you pop them off.
Okay. Sure beats crawling underneath the car.
Well, if you take them off at the drag strip and you richen the carburetor a little bit, you gain about 20 horse.
Okay. Well, I can believe that. Do you get any blow by from the door from a
No.
exhaust or anything?
No.
And the last thing I wanted to mention was the rally wheels and the spinners on there. I think it's a nice set off on that. Kind of looks really, really cool. So, and I asked you earlier how long you had it, right? It's a 2 Okay, you've come a long way. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. At this point, I want to thank you for coming out to speak. We pulled you off a chair. He was back there visiting with his friends, and but we had to know more about this car. I'm going to grab a hand, buddy.
Thank you.
Nice work, and good luck every time you show it.
Take a picture.
You know why I got it.
Hey! Big shout out to my father.
Okay, as we're running through the lot at Duke's, ran across an awesome car that epitomizes street rods. Sort of almost looks like a red California kid, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, we're going to find out a little bit more about, and then we got the owner right here, and your name, sir.
I'm Ron.
Ron, you're saying a little bit off camera about how you put that motor together. It's a garage motor.
Yeah, a friend of mine and myself in 4 days threw that together. It's a
Unbelievable.
small block Chevy, aluminum heads, big cam, roller rockers, 671 blower. It's got a lot of pep to it. As far as horsepower,
Yeah.
we've never dyno tested it, so I really have no idea.
Okay.
Guessing, I'm sure it puts out at least 400, and
Oh,
that's
God,
probably
yeah.
on the low side.
How
So,
is it?
I don't know. I have no idea the horsepower.
How is it like? I know nothing about blowers, but is it hard dialing them in on a street rod? Or?
Not really. It's just a matter of setting your carburetors up, and we did it in the garage with a timing light, and
Wow.
started right up, and it's been running fantastic for 2 years.
My hat's off to
We
you.
did the motor 2 years ago. We did this motor.
Now you got the door open. You got the nice suicide door on there, but boy, the interior and the LED lighting's really, really nice.
It kind of sets it off, huh?
Yeah.
It's got a power windows, power brakes. Disc brakes on the front only. You should have rear ones eventually.
Okay.
It's always a working project. They're never finished.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that never finished.
No, you got to always add something.
And as we go around, we got our cameraman going inside the car, so we'll let him get in there real fast. But the exhaust, what do you have in those pipes to kind of muffle it down?
There's a little baffle in there about 7 inches long in the pipe.
Okay.
You have to make it legal on the street.
Sure.
Otherwise, it'd be so loud. There'd be
Oh
little
yeah.
flames popping
Flames
out
popping
of there.
and everything else.
Yeah, with the raw fuel.
I wasn't
But,
sure if that was.
It's quiet. It's not
Yeah, no,
quiet.
I heard you pull in earlier.
It's
and
quieter.
Yeah. So
You ride in it for a while, you'll have a headache. I mean, it's
Yeah.
loud. It's nice to be able to have it nice and quiet for a while now.
Now run me through the drivetrain real fast. Now, what kind of
3-speed automatic, a 9-inch
Okay.
Ford rear end.
Okay.
It's a TSI automatic 3-speed. Nothing special.
Okay, and then
Hot rod trans.
as far as the steering and stuff goes, and
Steering's a front straight axle,
okay.
rack and pinion straight axle, and a
Okay.
power steering with a little thing like this. I mean, it's so light,
A couple of things I really think is cool is those are like old school mag wheels.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
they really, everybody with big rims nowadays and stuff like that. To me, it's nothing like some white gums on the back with deep dish and
Yeah.
old school die cast on the wheels. And I got to ask you one more question before I let you go. Sort of like start to finish, how long did it take you to bring it to where you got it today?
I've had it about almost 4 years.
Okay,
So this is where it's at after a 4-year project.
dude, it is a beauty.
It's done a lot of changes since then.
Sure.
It's always something.
And like you said a few minutes ago, are you really ever done? Because
Never.
You never. You really, you get
I
an
got
idea.
I got another one at home. It's a 19. This is a 32. I've got a
Okay.
30 at home, a 5-window coupe,
No
and that's a
kidding.
real steel body car.
Wow.
It's old school like this with the slicks on it,
Okay.
with the tunnel ram with the dual quads.
Okay.
The old tunnel ram system.
Yeah.
And that's at home tonight. But this is the one I always bring out on a nice night.
Oh yeah. Anyhow, I want to grab a hand and thank you for stepping up and talking
Good
about
talking
it.
to you.
You got a beautiful car here.
Thanks. I
Good luck every
appreciate it.
time you show it and enjoy it.
Yeah, we were at the Moraine Valley College car show.
Yeah, I
all
heard
day
they had
there.
one this year.
And it was all for the kids for the automotive classes.
Sure.
All the donations, and it was a cool show. I walked away with 2 trophies.
No kidding. I'm not surprised.
Which
Not
surprised me. I mean, 1 would be cool, but 2.
What can I tell you? The car speaks for
Yeah.
itself, and you as the owner and the way you put it together. Hats off to you, dude.
Thanks.
All right,
Good talking
take care.
to you.
I brought my car to show you. Yeah, I saw it. Okay, we're a little bit farther in the lot here, so the lighting's a little bit different, but hopefully we can capture this beautiful, beautiful 67 Fairlane. You got the owner right here, and your name, sir?
John Chapello.
John, tell me about this car. You don't see this kind of Fairlane every day, especially with that power plant in it. Give us some history on that.
This is one of 230 Fairlanes made with the 427 engine.
Wow. And this is directly from Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, this is an original car.
Wow.
I've owned it for 45 years, and I restored it
Wow.
back to original.
Now, did it come with that's a dual carburation on it?
Yeah,
right?
exactly as you see it. This is the chrome dress-up kit, but this is exactly the way the car came.
Wow. Now, how did you ever get the line on ordering this? Heck, getting somebody to...
Actually, I'm the third owner.
Oh, really? Okay.
And my brother-in-law bought it from the original owner. He raced it for a couple of years. My brother-in-law had it, and I bought it in the early 70s.
Okay.
And, I raced it for a while.
Okay. Where'd you used to run?
Byron.
Okay.
And I used to run on 1170s with it,
I can believe it.
fully interiored. Well, it had a racing 427 in it at that time.
Yeah.
I tried to order one in 67 and my father wouldn't co-sign for it because it was $4,400.
That was big money there.
So apparently I didn't get it. And,
Yeah.
So I says, I always wanted to drive one with exactly the way it came.
Sure.
Just all stock exhaust. It's got the original muffler still on the car.
No kidding.
It's only got 15,000 miles on it.
Run me through the drivetrain as it sits right now in the curve.
It's a 427 medium riser engine with dual Holley carburetors. It's a streetable 427.
Okay.
And cast iron headers, regular top loader 4-speed trans, and a 389 rear end with a Detroit locker rear end in it.
Okay. I was gonna say what kind of unit you had back there.
Yeah.
Let's get around the side here because I didn't get a good look at the rims. You're staying stock on the rims, factory there, aren't you?
Those
Yeah.
are new old stock wheels.
Okay, new old stock, love it.
I had the rears made. I wanted 15 inches in the back
Sure.
for a little taller tire, so I had the rear ones made.
Okay.
And these I tried to buy everything new old stock. When I've been buying parts for it for 40 years.
I can understand how.
So
Now you got the one-piece lift-off hood. Is that hood fiberglass? I don't.
yes, I left it in the garage because you gotta put it somewhere.
Sure,
and
when you show the car.
I like driving it over here. Everybody just gets to look at the engine and see it a lot better.
Not to mention it's nice air cooled on the way on a summer night.
Oh yeah, and it does help. And,
Yeah, I bet.
So the hood is not from a 67. 66s came with the glass hood,
Okay.
and they only made 57 of those.
Wow.
In 67, they came with a steel hood that was notched out for the air cleaner underneath. So everybody bought the 66 hood and put them on there.
Okay. Yeah, because I was looking at this, the height of your fenders versus the top of that air cleaner. So you got to have a bump up in there, serious.
Oh yeah, there's a pretty big scoop in there.
Okay, is that functional to any degree?
Oh yeah, the air
does
comes
pick
in,
up
it
air?
comes right around the air cleaner.
Okay,
and,
so it's a good flow.
oh yeah, it's really nice. When I was racing it, it was really nice too.
Okay.
That's the factory tack. That little bitty tack is from the factory. It's 8,000 RPM tack.
Right there, mounted on the top of the dash.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I was looking at the interior from here. Our cameraman's in there right now.
The interior's original.
Wow, nice.
He says, well, I wanted the back original. I got a guy to do the original paint exactly the way it came.
Sure. Now, what about that vinyl top?
That's the original top.
No kidding. My hat's off to you on the condition of that.
Been in the garages, never been outside.
That's why the UV rays having to beat the hell out of
And
it.
Sunday's a couple quarter miles to the track.
Yeah.
But, you know, it took about a couple of years to get back to where it belonged.
Right.
So I said, I'm not going to race it anymore because they wanted me to put a roll bar in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
depending on what classes you were running there, yeah.
I said, no, I'm not doing that. You know, I said, going back original.
Yeah. And I'm surprised once you get into the 11-second range, they do want certain safety equipment, definitely. You and the car.
Right.
Anyhow, at this point, I want to thank. I know I separated you from your friends back there,
that's
but
all right.
wanted to know more about this one of a kind. This is a beauty. You don't see it that much. Want to know more about it and grab a hand, dude. Congratulations on owning this car and good luck every time you show it.
All right.
It's a beauty.
Thank you.
Okay, stay with us. We're going to take a short break right here at Duke's Drive-In September Drag Night. Okay, glad we're back. We're right back here at Duke's after a short break and ran across an awesome Charger here. I'm going to guess it's a 67.
It's a 66.
It's a 66. And I got the owner right next to me, and your name
My name is Dennis Wood.
Dennis. Tell me about it.
This is my 66 Charger. I bought it when I was 19. I restored it myself, did the engine, transmission, the interior, all the work myself on this car. It's got a 440. It runs a Nostalgia Super Stock, which is it's an older class for super stock racing. The car goes 11.0. I slow it down to 11.50 because it doesn't have a roll cage.
Okay.
Street legal. I drove it here today. Drove about 20 miles to get here.
Wow.
So.
Yes, I've seen NSS/D run out of Route 66 Dragway.
Yeah.
Probably saw you out there. Couldn't get up to you in time to do any kind of interviews, but this is an awesome car. I never saw underneath the hood, so I didn't know what power plant you were running of a Mopar plant. I didn't know if you had a Hemi in there or if you had a big block, you know?
Yeah, this is a big block 440, and it's an automatic car.
Wow, so you're pretty consistent on those ETs.
Absolutely, you got to be when you run that class.
Yeah.
So,
what kind of rear end ratio do you have in the?
this is a 391. It's
Dana rear?
It's 8 3/4. It's not
Okay.
a Dana, but it's got a posi in it.
Okay.
It's good for the street, and it's good for the track also.
Okay, I'm with you there. And not seeing, because the hood's not up right now, do you have what kind of carburation? Do you have a cross ram or do you
I have a single 4-barrel.
No kidding.
Quick fuel, single 4-barrel on it.
Wow, you're really making some serious horsepower with this car. With
Yep.
the setup you got.
Yep, stock heads. The heads are ported. The car weighs almost 4,100 pounds. It weighs 4,080 with me in it, and it's got about 5 gallons of gas with that weight.
You're blowing me away with the speeds and ET you're getting with this car with an all-metal door slammer like
Absolutely.
this.
I have Mike Radness, I think, out of Oak Lawn, Illinois, and
Okay.
he helps me out with the engines and
Okay.
and the cylinder heads. And we've both been working on this car for a few years here, and I've been out to the track for a few times now, and the car runs 11s. You know.
Wow.
So.
Blowing me away. Now, running the NSS series, do you sometimes are required to travel to certain events? Or?
Yep, it's mostly in the Midwest. There's some races here at Joliet, Route 66. Also, there's one in Indianapolis coming up next weekend,
Okay.
and then there's one in Bowling Green, which is close by. We try to make those, but typically it's a Route 66 race that we make.
Okay. Anyhow, last thing too, and if my memory serves me correctly, are those a hiding headlight, or do they function in some way where the headlights are hidden?
They are hiding headlights. There's another switch on the dash, so if you want to keep them open, you can keep them open. Or
Okay.
if you shut them, they'll rotate, and the whole headlight will rotate with it.
Okay, and then it looks like solid grille across.
That's right. And that's one of the things I like about a Charger is the hideaway headlights.
Right. It definitely, you know, it has a distinctive look beyond the roof line from a Coronet, sort of say, a Coronet
Yes,
500
yep.
440 or
They're,
whatever.
they're almost the same car,
Right.
Except for this one's a fastback. This is the Charger. The first generation Charger was
Exactly,
a fastback.
first generation Charger. Okay, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand and, dude, thank you so
right.
much for coming up and
Thank
stepping
you,
up
guys.
and talking about the car. It's awesome. It's rare. And like you said, there's not too many Chargers out there like it, first generation. And next time you're out of Route 66 and we're out there also doing some video, we're going to look you up.
Come find us. We'll be out there.
Okay, thanks
All right,
again.
thank you.
You bet. Talk to you a little bit about it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you probably wondering what's going on, right?
1965.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. I
40
didn't know if it was,
Econoline.
okay. God, this brings back memories. Window van as a little kid. Tell me a little bit about it. I mean, it's
Well, I've only had it a
beautiful.
couple months.
Okay.
I just got it. And just doing little things to it, you know,
Okay.
get it up to snuff. But it runs pretty nice. And,
Now, how did you locate this van?
you know, I was watching on the internet, eBay,
Sure.
and some of the sites, you know, where they Ford Econoline, or I think it's Econoline, or is it Dodge A100? I was looking for the Dodges and I was looking for the Fords,
Sure.
and it just happened I come across this one. But there's different sites, you know, on the internet, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Right,
You can
right.
go to the Fords and the Dodges, and Volkswagen has them, Chevy has them.
Sure.
But split window Volkswagens are quite high.
Yeah.
These are still priced fairly good, you know, between 5 to maybe 20,000 depending on condition.
Sure. Now, what part of the country did this?
This
come
was
out of?
it was actually in Montana, but a guy bought it and only had it a short time around Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And then
'Cause the-
I got it, like say on eBay. I saw it on eBay.
Yeah.
So
To me, I'm running my eyes down the sides. The metal looks pretty straight.
you know,
pretty good.
it's not too bad. It's probably not 100%. Some of the door hinges I noticed in the back there doesn't, you know, the door doesn't line up perfectly
okay.
in that. But no, it's solid underneath. I've been underneath it. I checked the undercarriage and that. It's all solid. There's no rust or no holes in the body or anything.
Oh, that's
you know.
excellent.
So it's.
And last thing, for our fans that don't realize, you know, they're used to nowadays vans and stuff like that. Tell us, for our fans at home, tell us where the engine's located on
Oh,
this.
the engine's right next to the seats
That's right.
inside.
You sit right behind. You sit next to it. Right.
Right next to it.
And most folks don't realize that. You know, they don't. You know, they think, what is it in the back? Is it? You know, where's it hidden?
Well, like the Volkswagen split windows, they're air cooled, of course, and the engine's in the back.
Right, the engine's in
and
the
then
back, right.
Chevy made the Corvair van,
That's right.
but that was air cooled in the back. But then they also came out with the Chevy with the engine too.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
there was like 3 different models. But I like the Ford and I like the Dodge. My father had a Dodge back in '68,
Okay.
'70 in that era, and I was about 20 years old. And I used to drive it a lot, and I just really enjoyed it.
To tell you the truth, I kind of like the Ford better than the Dodge.
Well, I
mean,
do.
it does.
The thing with the Dodge, it's got the split window, you
Right,
know,
right.
Whereas the Ford's got the solid all the way across.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's you know, everybody's got a different preference.
Yeah.
Some people love the Dodges. Some people love Fords.
Sure.
You know, some people like the Chevys. But the Dodge and the Ford seem to be the big ones.
Yeah.
The Chevy, I don't know. There wasn't as many. They had that sort of flat, full windshield, but I don't know. They didn't seem to go over it. They had this, I think, the Scooby's can or something.
Yeah.
I think that was Chevy. I'm not sure.
And now that you mention it, yeah, that's right. And then the kids got onto it. But last thing too, I didn't get your name.
Oh, it's Chuck.
Chuck, thanks. Thanks so much for stepping up and talking about this really cool van. It's a looker. You don't see too many of them with all that glass, and it's a day gone by, you know.
Yes.
We need millennials to come here and take a look at this thing. You know what I mean? So anyhow, let me grab a hand.
Yeah, thank
nice
you.
work on the van, man.
Thank you.
Scott, I forgot to record. Can you redo that whole thing?
Yeah, right.
Dude, you got out of there fast, man. When you started, then all of a sudden you're gone. I thought, holy shit.
I had to be. I know what they were going to do.
Yeah.
So, what do we do? Interview me now?
Yeah, I actually was thinking of that, but I want to get this guy with the
Go ahead and do that.
The ZL Camaro over here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you managed that.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. Go take care of that. I'm here until you guys are ready to go home.
Coolest thing ever. Come on, let's go take a look at late model Camaro. We're looking at some vintage stuff. Now you're gonna see some new tech stuff. Oh, everything sounds so sweet around here. We got a guy pulling in. Guy pulling in right now. Let's take a look at this Camaro right quick. You just saw that Camaro do an unbelievable hole shot, doing some street racing right here on Harlem Avenue. They're backing him in right now. Okay, let's continue on. That's old school Camaro. Let's go take a look at a new one. Okay, you just saw a couple of old school cars going at it, running. You see some old school hardware. Okay, now we're going to kick it up to 2017. We're going to kick it up with the ZL1. I'm going to find out a little bit more about it. And we've got a couple of guys here that thrash mechanics on the car, plus the owner. But let's get their names. You are?
I'm Kadar.
And?
Patrick.
Patrick. You guys collectively, kind of tell me a little bit about the drivetrain of this Camaro convertible.
Pretty much it's still an LSA, automatic transmission, independent suspension. It's got it's not factory blower anymore. It's got an aftermarket blower.
Okay.
So
What from the factory with this package? What kind of out of the showroom? What kind of horsepower are we talking? How fast is the car?
550 horsepower.
Wow, that just completely blows me away for something from the factory. What year Camaro is this?
2013.
Okay. Give us some background on it as far as the package we're looking at now that our cameraman's going around, the wheels and tires that are on it. Is there any aftermarket rubber rims or?
Factory wheels,
Yeah.
The back are on Mickey Thompson ET streets.
Okay.
And fronts are just factory tires still. So
Okay.
factory width, they come 10s in the front and 11s in the back. Yeah.
11s in the back?
305s in the back and
Yeah.
285s in the front.
And what's the rear end gear ratio from the factory there?
327.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a low gear for an automatic.
It is a low, yeah, it is.
For automatics, they like to keep it lower gear. Stick shifts, it would probably be like a 373, but since it's the automatic package, it still has a stock rear end.
Yeah.
There's no need to change it because it's set up for track, so we just kind of left it.
Okay. I know it probably accelerates very, very rapidly, but estimation on a ET quarter mile?
Quarter mile.
We're hoping for low 10s.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
Yeah.
We just
Wow,
got it
that
together.
just blows me away. That is a low ET. Wow.
You can run and drive it on the street too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we plan on driving it to the track,
Track
driving
it,
it home.
driving it home.
So
All right.
it's a street car.
Some of the safety features at the track, they may if you run an ETs that low, they may require you to put a roll bar in there somewhere down the road. But just so I.
That's next.
That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
That's what we're working on.
Okay. That's
We kind of want to keep it factory to where he'd be able to drive it with his wife
it
and not
still
have any
looks
issues.
factory, it
So
doesn't-
we want to
yeah.
keep it factory looking, no
Yeah.
interior ripped out.
Well, right now it's a super sleeper.
Yeah, exactly. You can't see the heat
You can make some.
exchanger.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can't see the heat exchanger really from the front of it. We just try to keep it looking as normal as possible. So.
Yeah, I think you can make some serious money street racing this car. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Gotta get his money back for putting it all together.
So. Anyhow, let's see. We talked about ETs. We talked about the year of the car. Oh, the package. Is that hood exactly from the factory? Was there any modifications to get air in there?
The only add-on is the carbon fiber of it.
Okay.
Some of them will come gray, and some of them will come like carbon fiber. This is the highest package you could buy. It's got the Navi, the Recaro seats.
Okay. And at this point, I don't know, because our lighting isn't as good as we like it, but if you pop the hood, can we just take some quick video underneath the hood? Or
Yeah.
you got your top secret stuff down there, you know? Okay, stand by. This should be a real treat. It's a little dark, but you'll get an idea what we just talked about here. Awesome. God, everything is so tight in there.
It was kind of tight.
Yeah.
The hardest part was making it look good and kind of keep it factory looking while doing it.
Sure.
I mean, they do come supercharged from the factory, but there are extra hoses and stuff coming with this supercharger, so we tried to make it as stock as possible with what we got to work on. So
Okay.
it was a challenge that we did.
Given the aftermarket blower stuff and you've got going on here, to get it to breathe, in other words, to get the exhaust out of the air in, any modifications like that, you have to modify the exhaust or anything?
Yeah, it's got inch and 7/8 headers, and it's
Okay.
got a full 3-inch exhaust cat lift.
Okay.
So, and other than that, heads are stock.
Wow. Wow. I'm impressed.
No porting on the exhaust side, no porting on the intake side.
Again, blown away. All the thrashing you guys done on it collectively, how many hours do you think you got in it? You know,
It was a long time.
they both smiled at each other, folks. So it must be.
It was a lot of long nights, and like the problem is you get frustrated with it, and you just have to walk away from it, and you just because if you try to rush things like this, it won't come out good. And we kept thinking about doing it good, so.
You guys got the exact right idea. Sometimes you just got to walk away, count to 10, the old adage. You're like, you know what? Let's pick up on this tomorrow night. Anyhow, I think we just had a rice burner go by, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, listen, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand. Thank you guys for coming up, stepping up, and telling us about this awesome Camaro. And again, for our viewers at home, this is, you saw a lot of old school technology back here. This is the high end that's happening right now. So, you guys have a blast with this car every time you show it, run it, race it. I just see great things in the future. So, all right, take care. Thanks again. Okay, as we're packing up, getting near to pack up over here at Duke's, there's a couple of cars we finally got to talk to about. One is this beautiful Camaro SS69. You found the owner here, and your name is?
Don Trainer.
Don, kind of tell me about, you don't see too many big block Camaros, especially a 9.6. How long have you had the car, and what have you done to it?
I've had it for about 10 years. I bought it off of a guy lived in Shorewood.
Okay.
The car was painted when I got it, and I've gone through just about everything else, having it repainted in spots, rock chips.
Okay.
I had the motor redone, punched it out 30 thousandths, 10-to-1 compression. I got a Lunati cam in it now with roller lifters.
Okay.
Aluminum heads, performers, Edelbrock, aluminum manifold, and a Holly 750 double pumper mechanical.
I was going to say they did change the complexion of the horsepower quite a bit, because I'm thinking, what was it, about 375 horse from the factory? Or?
Yeah, this one was the actual 325 horse,
Okay.
but right now with the aluminum heads, the headers, and the way it sits, it's roughly right around 4 1/4, 450 horse.
Every bit of it, yeah. Now, take me through the drivetrain. What kind of train do you have in the rear end?
It's a Muncie 220, 373 rear end.
Okay, regular 12-volt Chevy?
Yes.
Okay. Which is a good rear end, don't you know?
No, it's lasted. I beat on it.
Yeah, really. And what kind of things I kind of like about it is, again, the old school Krager SS wheels on the BF Goodrich gives it a really nice set off. Again, I don't know, you mentioned how old the paint was. To me, the paint looks impeccable. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And of course the vinyl top also. What can I say? You make a lot of shows during the summer.
Yeah, I was down for a little bit last year, but I try to make as much as I can when I can, as long as the weather's good.
Okay. And with the new things you've done to the engine, from heads to cam and everything else, have you ever had a chance to get some quarter-mile times on it, to kind of get an idea where you're at?
I'm really afraid to take it out on the track, because if something does break and I hit the wall, I've lost it. And I don't want that to happen.
You know, that is a very valid point. Having taken some video work at Route 66 Dragway this past year, I saw a freak thing happen like that, where a car kissed the guardrail, or kissed the wall, went on, slid on the other side of the track, and got the other side too, and the guy was heartbroken.
I think I was there that day.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It was a blue Fairmont.
Yes.
Yes, you were there. Okay. Well, that was a nice solid run. A couple of Camaros. And folks, I don't want you to think street racing takes place over here or anything like that, but we do have a good time. Anyhow, at this point, I want to thank you for coming out to grab a hand.
Thank you.
And stepping up and telling us about this awesome Camaro.
Well, thank you very much.
Best of luck, and have great fun with it. Best of luck every time you show it.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, stay with us. We're going to wrap things up and have a little word with Scott McCauley. Stay with us. Okay, as promised, we caught up with Scott McCauley, the man over here at Dukes, especially when it comes to organizing these events. Scott, 2017, another great year. You knocked it out of the park. Kind of give us a recap on tonight and then what the season's been like for you.
Well, the season my car was stolen, so I really didn't feel like being up here.
Well, I didn't know that.
And it just was not having a car.
Yeah.
You just don't feel like being there, so I didn't have my heart into it. But it's my 9th year, and 2 weeks ago we had Hot August nights.
Okay.
Hot August nights, people know you were invited. So, and you had the best of the best. So I said, it's open to everybody. Everybody who comes up here, their car's been a first place car somewhere along the line. I took and said, now, for up here, the guys that were in this area, they were going to be the guys that have been in a calendar, one of the calendars I put together,
Sure.
the poster that's inside, that they earned their spot to be here, or they've been in a magazine themselves. That Red 55, that Kirk's down there,
Yes.
that was in Tub Magazine.
Okay.
World of Wheels, first place in his class, the whole thing. Dave Richey was going to be coming up tonight with his orange crate,
Okay.
55 gasser.
Yes,
He's
I
been
know
in
that.
hot rod, carcraft, but it's the famous cars that you've seen that come to Dukes, which is Dukes is known for the home of the fastest street cars. That's why.
See that T-shirt says it all.
And those cars on there were the cars that were the original guys who were racing.
Yeah.
And the guy with that black Camaro, his brother was Kevin Lawrence, one of the big racers up here.
All right.
So, it's next year is my 10th year. I don't know that I'm gonna keep doing it.
All right,
I
please
probably will. But I said a couple of years ago, I want to be the longest guy that's ever been here, because other guys have come and gone, and we didn't have the internet, we didn't have Facebook. I guess I'm a great promoter. I don't have a clue is what I'm doing. Everybody says you do a great job. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just love what I do.
I'm over here in the chatter tonight, even among guys eating and having a good time, the fellowship here of the car owners. And the common denominator is you getting the word out.
I try to, you know. And we're not done for the year. It's just I don't have time to do any more shows. And we're always here till it's too cold to have a car out.
Right.
And we're also the first one out here. If it's 75 degrees in March, we're here, whether it's one day or not. And there's times you've seen some of the cars. We come up here on a Sunday. There's nothing else going on. We'll just, hey, let's meet up at Duke's and we'll just hang out.
Yeah.
But Duke's is the place. Remember, my motto is make sure you get one bag of fries. That's all you need.
Anyhow, thanks again for inviting ACV Television Network out here and motorsagogo.com, which David Paninsky, Clem, better known as Clem, on the camera tonight, which he owns, and we're very proud of our relationship with you and with your affiliation with Dukes, and we love to come out when you give us the word.
I want you to come out as much as you can. See, stuff like that we don't like up here. You just cut the muffle off. It's not the same. Okay, people? Okay.
I didn't hit that distinct cam
yeah,
sound.
I mean, the guy that left with the Mustang, all he did was knock the wax out of my ears. Anyway, yeah, anytime you guys need something, I'll be happy to interview with you, whatever.
Okay.
I like what I do, and I like that you guys are into the motorsport stuff as well. And,
absolutely.
And
I'm going to close it off by saying we look forward to your 10th year.
Thank you very much.
And look forward
I'm
to...
looking forward to it. And don't forget, everybody, you need to come back to Dukes.
That's right.
Even if you don't have a car, you had one back in the day, you had a girlfriend, you married her, she got divorced, whatever, don't worry about it. Come back, because the beef is still the same. The girlfriend might not be, but the beef is.
Hey, you got to admit, Scott's right, the food is great here. But anyhow, I'm going to seize this opportunity to sign off for tonight, too. I want to thank you for viewing motorsagogo.com, powered by youracvariety.com. We got people shouting out the windows as cars go by.
Yeah, they're coming from Toyota Park. There's something going on.
Okay, little socceroo there.
That might be why the cops weren't here.
Could be. Anyhow, hey, thank you so much for viewing what we do. We love bringing it to you. Signing off right now with Dukes 2017, another drag night put together by this man right here, Scott McCauley. Stay with us. Next season, we got more and better.